What's up, y'all? It's Worm, Fearlessly of the Ringworms. I think this is probably the shortest round of Rush that I have ever played. Like, ever. Ever. And this is also the first time I ever played Rush on this map. I played Conquest a couple times, but never Rush on whatever this map's called. So, if I look a little confused and fail really hard a couple times, part of the reason is I don't know the map, and the other part of the reason is I suck. So, yeah. I wanted to talk today about flip-flops versus Crocs, or versus, however you say it, I don't know. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, dude, flip-flops for days, Crocs are gay. Only gay people wear Crocs. Well, that doesn't work for me. Sorry, it's not gonna be that easy. You're not gonna convert me to flip-flops, to your flippy floppies, that easy. Not gonna work. See, here's the problem. If you're a dude and you're saying that, it kind of makes you gay if you're that worried about what I'm wearing on my feet. If you're like gonna look at another dude and be like, oh my god, look what he's wearing, it's so gay. Why would he wear Crocs? Ew, gross. Yeah, you're kind of gay for caring what I have on my feet. Why don't you worry about the chicks that you're not having sex with instead of my feet? And if you're a girl, shut up. Just shut up, because girls buy some of the dumbest shit and put them on their feet. Have you seen some of the shoes that girls buy? I know a lot of them like make your ass look good, and thanks for that, but you don't get to tell me what to wear on my feet because your feet look stupid, regardless of how good your ass looks. And I've always hated flip-flops. Always, man. Even as a kid. I couldn't stand them. I don't know why. Part of it, I think, is I don't like the part that goes in between your toes. I'm not a big fan of that. The part that makes them be called thongs sometimes. So yeah, your thongs are way cooler than Crocs. Yeah, you're wearing thongs. Good job. And the other thing is, you're a dude. And dudes' feet are generally not the greatest looking things in the world. Unless you're a chick that's like super into feet. Then you're just kind of weird. Because feet are, I don't have a problem with feet, but I don't want to I don't like jack off to feet because that's just, feet are kind of gross, you know? You know what I mean? And I'm sorry if you're fat, I know, maybe it's not your problem, but fat people's flip-flops always look so sad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're like all like deflated and like just, oh, huh. I don't like it. I don't like it. You're fat on me. And there's never been a good alternative to flip-flops. I mean, you've got the other kind that don't have the shit that goes in between your toes, but I don't like those either. One time I was wearing a pair of those that they're like rubber, I think they were Adidas or something, and they just go over the top of your foot. And I was wearing one of those one time, and my foot I was like running down a hill, which is damn near impossible in fucking flip-flops anyway, and my foot like slipped through it and like cut the side of my foot all up when the plastic strap like came halfway unhooked and shit. And then, I mean, other than that, what else you got? You got oh, you have the oh so fashionable wet socks. Anyone else remember those? When I was little, I used to spend a lot of time playing outside, like in the creek, playing in the creek down there. And I had a bunch of these wet socks, and because I went through them just constantly, and they were terrible, and they're just awful. They were like ballet shoes, like the ballet slipper things. That were waterproof. They were horrible looking, and they always stayed wet too long, and then your feet got all raisiny and gross. And I mean, if it was either wet socks or flip-flops, which I wasn't gonna wear, or bare feet. Which I spent a lot of time as a kid just running around bare feet. running around barefoot. And the problem with that is, man, I mean, everyone knows, you step on a rock, that shit hurts. There was this one time, me and a friend of mine were going to the pool, and we walked across the newly repaved blacktop, burnt the bottom of our feet. If you ever burnt the bottom of your foot, it sucks. It's not fun. Don't do it. I do not recommend it. It's not good. There's a guy right there to my left. I just looked at him. I literally just looked at him. But I'm gonna hide right in front of him. And what else was there? Oh, there were Tevas. Those horrible things. They're probably still around, I bet. Those were just flip-flops with a shit ton of extra straps. And they always like didn't fit right, or like you got a little bit of grit in between the strap and your foot, and then it rubbed your foot all raw, and you had like a blister on a weird spot on your foot. So then no matter what you put on your foot, it hurt unless you didn't wear anything, and then you stepped on a rock and you were pissed. And the only other alternative to all this is what we call creek shoes, or like what you wear when you mow the yard. And those are just crappy ass old tennis shoes. And that's a horrible idea too. Have you ever gone to the beach in tennis shoes? Yeah, fuck you. No, that's a horrible idea. I mean, walking in sand sucks to begin with. And then when you get done at the beach, you've got to like try to jam your salt encrusted foot back inside your dry tennis shoe. Yeah, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. So I mean, I don't understand why Crocs are so gay. I don't get it. I like Crocs because, I mean, they've got that little strap that you don't use if you're cool like me, but you can flip it down if you want to go canoeing, or if you want to be in a creek. In the creek again! And you can, they won't fall off. They'll stay on. And no one has to look at your ugly ass feet. Unless you're, you know, a really cool guy and you want to wear flip-flops and get your toes manicured, then yeah, then your feet look awesome. But I don't know. I don't get it. Give me an alternative to flip-flops, because I fucking hate them. I hate the noise they make. Flop, 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 flop. So fuck you and your flip-flops, unless you can give me a good alternative. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.